is my EDME 369 Assignment 2 prop box. A prop box is a box which contains resources around a topic that are used to teach that topic. This prop box has been developed for the content topic of geometric and number patterns from the Patterns and Algebra strand of the New South Wales Maths syllabus. This prop box contains 3 resources and is suitable for stages 2 to 3. As we go through the prop box, we will look at each resource in relation to 5 aspects: concrete, pictorial, abstract, technology, syllabus, the 3 circles, and assessment. Let's have a quick look at what exactly these aspects refer to. What is concrete, pictorial, and abstract? Concrete includes manipulatives, measuring tools, or other objects students can handle. Pictorial includes drawings, diagrams, charts, or graphs that students can relate back to the concrete objects. Abstract is symbolic representation such as numbers, letters, and standard algorithms. By utilising technology in the classroom, the teacher employs many resources and methods within a lesson. Using things such as iPads, computers, and smartboards are all a great way for students to interact in their learning. It makes learning fun for students and encourages them to get involved. This prop box will be focusing on the content topic of geometric and number patterns from the Stage 2 and 3 Patterns and Algebra strand from the New South Wales Maths syllabus. The 3 circles refer to content, pedagogy, and student. Mathematical content knowledge is important as it provides the teacher an awareness of the content and skills the students must learn. Pedagogy is the method and practice of teaching. It is the way a teacher connects the students with the content. In mathematics, pedagogy focuses on the way in which teachers help their students understand the content through meaningful tasks. Student refers to the different ways in which a lesson provides inclusive education. It looks at ways and strategies that are implemented to ensure all students will learn and how they will learn the content. And finally, assessment refers to the process of documenting knowledge and skills. It is vital that teachers gain a strong assessment of each individual student to ensure that they have grasped a full understanding of the topic. Now on to the resources. Resource 1 is an interactive number pattern computer game. This game will help students identify patterns and sequences in groups of numbers. Students will get a line of numbers in ascending or descending order and will have to provide the next number in the sequence to proceed. You click the red arrows to choose a code to crack. Then you have to click and drag a number tile from here into one of the gaps in the pattern over here. Click Reset to remove the tiles if you've misplaced the wrong number. When you're happy with the tiles you've placed, click Unlock. Let's have a go. Okay, so we have -16, -7, 2, 11, 20. We have to work out what are the next 2 numbers that come in the pattern. Okay, the rule I can see here is that they have +9 to every number. Let's see if this works. 20 plus 9 is 29. We have to click on it and drag it over. 29 plus 9 is 38. Once you're happy with the combination, we'll click Unlock. And if we're successful, it opens. And then it explains to you how you crack the code by adding 9 to the number before we unlocked it. You can now move through and keep creating different codes. Let's see what happens if you have a wrong code. For example, we might put 56 and 3. If we try to unlock it, it simply won't work, and it just asks us to try again. This game helps students practice their addition and subtraction skills, as they will need to use them to find the following number. This resource is both pictorial and abstract. It includes pictures to help students work out the problem, but it also requires students to type out numbers. This resource relates to technology as it can be played on a computer or iPad. It is a fun, interactive way to teach number patterns. This game aligns closely with the syllabus as students are required to describe, continue, and create number patterns resulting from performing addition or subtraction, as well as identify and describe patterns when counting forwards or backwards by 3s, 4s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s from any starting point. These are content descriptors found in the Stage 2 syllabus under the Pattern and Algebra strand. The game can be set to various levels, so it would also be suitable for a Stage 3 class. In relation to the 3 circles, prior to students playing this game, the teacher needs to have a full understanding of the mathematical knowledge needed to play the game. The teacher will also need to ensure that students have this prior knowledge so they are successfully able to complete the game. In terms of pedagogy, this resource is student-based and is taught through technology. Students can play either individually or in pairs. And in relation to student, this resource provides inclusive education. There are different levels of difficulty, so all students can play. Through the use of technology, it ensures that students will be engaged as they interact with the content. In terms of assessment, students have to complete the level before they can progress through the game, and at the end, they can print their answers out and show them to the teacher. Resource 2 is a hundreds board. A hundreds board is one of the best math resources available. For this prop box, it is used for discovering number patterns. However, it is a resource that can be used throughout all the stages. It can help with counting, number recognition, adding and subtracting, and multiplication. This resource relates to the concrete aspect as students can move the wooden numbers around the board to discover patterns. It is also pictorial as students can visualize the patterns in front of them. This particular resource doesn't relate to technology on its own, however it could be used as part of a lesson that does incorporate technology. In terms of syllabus, this resource relates to outcome MA2, 8 and A, generalizes properties of odd and even numbers, generates number patterns, and completes simple number sentences by calculating missing values as students use the hundreds board to generate various number patterns. The 3 circles for mathematical content, the teacher has to teach the knowledge to the students in order for them to perform the task. In this case, creating number patterns. Pedagogy. This task is hands-on and can be done either individually, in pairs, or in groups. It can also be used by the teacher to model to the students and explain the idea of number patterns. Student refers to the different ways in which a lesson provides inclusive education. It looks as ways and strategies that are implemented to ensure all students will learn and how they will learn the content. As for the student, moving on to the 3 circles. For mathematical content, the teacher has to teach the knowledge to the students in order for them to perform the task, in this case creating number patterns. Pedagogy. This task is hands-on and can be done either individually, in pairs, or in groups. It can also be used by the teacher to model to the students and explain the idea of number patterns. As for the student, this resource can be adapted to the way in which each student learns. Varying number patterns can also be created depending on the student's level of ability. Assessment can be conducted with this resource through observations and checklists. Resource 3, NAPLAN Teaching Strategies, is a website that teachers can use to gain an understanding on how to teach algebra. It lists a variety of strategies to teach number patterns as well as provides links to various other resources. This resource doesn't relate directly to the concrete pictorial abstract as it is a resource used by the teacher rather than the students. As for technology, there are a variety of links to other interactive resources that are included that can be used to teach number patterns to students. These are found down here at the very bottom of the document. As you can see on the side here, this document relates directly to the syllabus. There are also a number of teaching strategies provided that also relate to the syllabus. Moving on to the 3 circles. This resource breaks down the mathematical content for the teacher and provides a number of strategies to teach this content to the students. As for pedagogy, this resource provides a number of ways for the teacher to connect the students with the content. There are a number of meaningful tasks provided that teachers can use to help their students understand the content. As for the student, this resource includes a variety of strategies to cater for all learning styles. There are a number of visual, hands-on, and logical and verbal activities that can be used to provide inclusive education. And finally, assessment. This resource can be used to assess students against the content descriptors which are located just on the side here. The activities provided can also be included in lessons, and through observational work samples, the teacher can assess if outcomes have been met. And that is the end of my prop box. To gain an understanding of algebra, students must be introduced to the concepts of patterns, relationships, variables, expressions, unknowns, equations, and graphs in a wide variety of contexts. And with the use of this prop box, students are being introduced to the concept of number patterns.